Others might love the sea, but it is different when you belong to the sea. When you belong to the sea, you long to be in it, to discover and love it. This is what we transmit to our clients at Dive Systems. We do not only teach you how to dive, but also to appreciate and take care of the seas and its habitat. When we were kids, Louis and I used to make sure not to miss watching a TV series called Sea Hunt by Lloyd Bridges. It was probably the program which made us take such keen interest in the sea and obviously diving. We looked forward to our summer holidays because we used to go snorkeling regularly, and we grew up to join the British Sabako Club, where we took several courses and eventually started our career as advanced diving instructors. We were among the first few instructors with the BSAC. For example, my instructor number was 378. Today we are well over 4,500 instructors. In 1969, I started off with a shoe store in Valletta. But after a few years, Lino Brincat, my brother-in-law, convinced me to convert my shop into a dive shop. I opened the dive shop Expo in Valletta in 1971. We then started to import diving equipment, and Lino focused on made-to-measure, hand-stitched diving suits, which I sold in my shop. Eventually, we invested in a compressor plant in Nisida and started supplying compressed air to individual divers and diving schools and various public entities such as the MJAR Harbour Works, the Armed Forces, the Public Works and others. While Lino's business grew and took him into a large-scale production of diving suits, Louis, my brother, opened another dive shop in Zira called Aquamarina, and the three of us together established Dive Systems as a company in 1978. Dive Systems continued to grow, and in 1982 we bought our own dive boat, the Mersey Queen, which we used for over 20 years, and which allowed us to give our clients a wide range of dives that we couldn't do from the shore. We used Lewis's shop as a dive center for a couple of years, until we managed to convert the old reverse of osmosis plant in Tignes into a diving center. In 1988, we moved into the new center, and the excellent facilities and location we had there allowed Dive Systems to establish itself as a leader in the sector. In 1994, my brother Alfred started working with us and remained with us for over 21 years, for which I thank him for his hard work. Thanks, Alfred. The BD project in Tignes meant that we needed to be relocated, and in 2004 we finally moved into the dive center here at X-Dives, where we are today. The building was purposely designed as a diving center by my brother, architect Felix Cheberas, and is ideally situated for our business and is extremely diver friendly. In 2008, Louis decided to retire, and my son Claude and Simon took over his and Lino's share, bringing new blood and energy into the company. Since then, Dive Systems have continued to grow and develop, and today we are proud to have the largest and most well-equipped center on the island. can tell you more about the current and future plans of dive systems. These 40 years were full of achievements, developments, ups and downs, but in general we must say that we were lucky to see the company grow and flourish with only a few setbacks. What is for sure is that the diving industry in Malta has developed a lot, and we are proud to say that we were an integral part of it, if not at its helm. I still recall the first time I tried to apply for a police license to operate a diving school. After a 1.5-year wait, I was presented with a license which required us to report each day how many divers we took diving and how many returned. That each day, that we have to, that each diver had to be tied up with a 1-inch manila rope, and that we had to have a boat in attendance on each and every dive. Imagine having a boat, taking a boat to Witches for a dive. Obviously, we refused to work with these conditions. From then, we started working with the health department to draft proper regulations for the diving industry. Today, Malta has a very robust regulatory framework for the diving industry. And the Professional Diving Schools Association, the PDSA, works very well with the authorities, and the diving industry continues to move forward. An obvious and important development has been the advancement of diving equipment to make diving more comfortable and enjoyable, but more important, safer. Most of you remember Lewis and myself running the center together for many years. We have always worked hard to give our clients fun and safe diving. Thanks, Lewis, for all the years we worked together, teaching and guiding clients, organizing barbecues, expeditions, dive trips in Egypt, and so much more. You have made our time together at Dive Systems fun and exciting, always with a smile and putting in much more than was expected of you. I feel that without you, we would not be here today. Thank you, Lois, very much. I must also thank our parents and my sisters and my brothers. No, I mentioned my brothers, sorry. And in particular, my father, who helped me start off my business. Big thanks goes to Christine, my wife, and to Geraldine, Lewis's wife, for their support and for their patience throughout all the years. In conclusion, I would like to thank you all for being part of this exciting journey over these last 40 years. I think I speak both for Lino and Lewis when I say that dive systems have turned out to be the dream we had many years ago. If not better than we have envisioned. I am pleased to see that my sons are now taking the company forward, and wish them the very best for another 40 years plus of diving excellence.
And mean a lot to us being here tonight. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, colleagues and buddies, I start by thanking our predecessors here around me, and particularly my dad, who has remained in the business with us, and whilst he remains actively involved in the decision-making process, has always given us enough space and freedom to be able to move forward and have a modern outlook. When we took over from Lewis in 2009, we made a 10-year plan to give Dive Systems a boost and get it to the level we dreamed of. In the first 5 years, we worked hard to get the dive center rated as a PADI 5-star dive center. offer instructor training at the highest level. We also wanted to make our center tech and rebreather friendly, and to make our center a one-stop shop, where divers could find all they needed in one place. A wide array of courses, a shop, a servicing center, and even a place where they can have a great time. With the help of the Tourism Ministry EU grant scheme, we invested in the new equipment, particularly in the technical diving sector, and improved several areas of the center. We also embarked on the first refurbishment program of the center. In the second part of the last decade, we decided to focus on quality. Through feedback given from our esteemed clientele, we identified several areas where we wanted to upgrade our facilities and service. These included equipment, our facilities, vehicles, employment conditions, and image. I'll let you know a little bit about each one of these. Equipment. Whilst investment in equipment is constant, we have invested heavily to increase capacity and also the quality of the equipment we offer our clients. We are now able to handle over 75 divers a day in peak season. Facilities. Our facilities are not only located in a prime touristic area, but is also ideal as a diving center, with the sea just short walk from the center. We are constantly refurbishing and improving the facilities to offer the best service to our clients. We now are the only center with 3 large compressors able to meet our peak season demands and have excess capacity. We have dedicated wet areas, dry areas, ample after dive facilities and lecturing facilities. We also have become a PADI ITC center, and last year we became a PADI Career Development Center, achieving the highest possible level of training with PADI. Last year we also started TDI training for technical diving courses, mainly aimed at our rebreather courses. Vehicles. When we started back in 2009, we had 3 vehicles. Now we have a fleet of 8, mostly modern, and a rib. With these we can move approximately 70 people around the island. Traffic and parking is becoming an issue, and therefore we intend to continue to invest more towards motor vessels rather than vehicles in the near future. Employment. From 5 to 6 persons employed back in peak season in 2008, we are now employing around 17 people on a full-time basis. We feel that employing people all year round has helped us improve the quality and safety of the diving we offer. It also ensures better training for those who join us as seasonal workers and a better rapport with clients when they revisit us. Image. An important development for Dive Systems was that of streamlining its image and making the brand stand out as the leading dive center on the island. We also made it a point to make ourselves more visible abroad through various fairs and publications. We also created the first website with online purchasing for the Maltese diving sector, which now gives us considerable edge and strong flow of customers. We were also awarded certificates of excellence from TripAdvisor and have a very healthy following social media. Today, we are currently focusing our energy on making Dive Systems a greener company. We are the only dive center on the island who completely separates its compressor oil waste at source, thanks to our friend Lars. This year we have completely eliminated plastic bottles from our center, and we are supplying our clients with reusable aluminium bottles and free water. We have also dedicated recycling stations at the center. Whilst we always were involved in underwater cleanups, this year we are also the main sponsors of Malta's largest NGO against waste, Zibel. And we are making it a point to collect debris whenever we go diving and trying to rub off that effect onto our clients. We believe that even in this sector we can lead by example, in the hope that others in our sector and in similar sectors will join us in making Malta and especially our waters better than they already are. Through PDSA, we are working with the Ministry of the Environment and the MTA to designate areas as marine reserves. This year we have been given that blessing, and hopefully Chirkowa and Shat Lahmar in Gozo will be the first designated areas. We believe that this is the only sustainable way forward for our industry. We note with satisfaction various initiatives being taken in this regard. However, we must point out that the weak link is enforcement, or the lack of it. Our long-term goals. Where do we see ourselves in 10 years' time, Claude? Well, if I had to choose, I would be on a tropical beach with my wife, sipping on a pina colada, seeing my kids play on the sea side. However, more realistically, we are aiming to see dive systems grow in the next few years, both horizontally and vertically. This can only be achieved by having a strong team behind you that are willing to share the vision and dedicate themselves to accomplish it. As we did in the past, we will not grow fast, but slowly and steadily, as we believe this is the best way forward to ensure that we will still be here 40 years from now. I'd like to conclude with some thank yous, hoping not to leave anyone out. First, to the family that support us constantly. Secondly, to you, our clients, who have supported us and believed in us. To all our peers, dive centers that share our vision of a better diving industry. To our suppliers and collaborators. To our staff, past and present, who work tirelessly and put up with our demands. We thank you all for being with us here tonight and share in an important milestone for the company and for us on a personal level. To another 40 years of diving excellence. DJ, let the party begin.